two-string method. I'll find out how to redirect comments of an overridden methods for you. For now, I've just kind of given them here. So it is an overridden method. Remember, overridden methods have to have the same signatures as in the parent class. That's why they're overridden. You've given them a new definition. Okay. Okay. So now let's see what we need to do. You could format your string if you want, just to make it pretty. And we've already kind of done. So hopefully we'll be faster this time. So let's do the format and let's do the, okay, let's do the format. So we need how many things? We have a name, we have an ID number, we have a program name, we have credits, and then we have the courses enrolled. Okay, so let's go. By default, were they coming this way? I think they were. Okay, let's start. We'll give it a try. Percentage 30S for the heading. And you know what? I'll keep doing it side by side so that we don't miss it. And that's the student name. Put a colon and this. So that's my first one. And the second one is the name of the student. So it's again a string, percentage, how many? I don't know, 20S maybe. And the method to be used is get student name. Okay, so that's one done. Okay, so that way at least we won't lose, I won't lose count. So that's my first one. Where do we put the negative sign? By default, does it come right justified or left? I forget now. Right justified by default. Okay, so we need to put a negative in this one then, because this we want the opposite, the left justified, right? So we'll have to put a negative here. Okay, percentage S, minus 20. Yeah, okay, we are good. Okay, so that's the first one. 30S for the heading and 20S for its value. Okay, remember a negative because you want to make it left justified. Okay, let's go to the next one. Percentage 30, we'll keep the percentage 30 common, we have to. And what is the second one? Get identification number. Again, the same thing we'll do. Okay, so what's your next group? Your next group is identification number. Remember, these are headings. Don't go lazy here. Okay, and my next one is get student, get ID number, get student ID, I think it was called. Okay, that's a string, right? So just if you kind of keep it under control, we should be okay. Okay, the third one. What do we have? Program name. These have to be all 30S because if they are right justified, going by what Pratinder is saying. And the last one, credits. Credits. We'll have to do the other one, the array list one differently. So that's credits and it is a percentage D for the credits. Okay, so let's do. Okay, what is the third one? Program name. Are we leaving a blank after it? And then write and then get program name. Get program name. Okay, so that's the next one. Go to the next one. Oh, I'm missing a comma here. Am I missing it or is it somewhere in the, oops, no, it's not somewhere in the making. I've missed it. Okay, so that's, oops, that's my third one. Okay, next. Credits. We'll test it before we go further, okay? And get credits. It's an integer, so please use a percentage D. Okay, so here, this is what I have. So put a format here, copy it here. So that's my first one, student name, get student name. Percentage 30S, and again, I'm keeping the same space for the 20. Really doesn't matter, the minus is fine. Get student ID. Or you know what, maybe minus 20S, minus S will also work. Do you want to try that? Because it doesn't matter how much you're giving it, right? Even this should work. Will it recognize it? Do I have an error? No, I don't. Maybe this size is not important at all because we are shifting it towards the left anyway. You know what I mean? This size is not important at all. It will just take the size it wants. We can try it. And the last one I did, you know what, Pratinder, I think you're wrong. Sorry? That's what I'm saying. Is text right justified or left justified?
No, ma'am, if we don't put the minus, it will start after 30 spaces.
Automatically? Okay. But I'm sure we did need a minus somewhere. Let me try. Let me try before I kind of go forward. I don't think it is right justified then. If what you are saying if I'm not doing it right. Okay, let's save this. Okay, write a tester quickly, guys. Make a new file. Oh, where am I? Here. Where am I? Source student class here. Am I? Okay, let's create a tester very quickly so that we know our toString method. Okay, just to test the toString method. Test. What did we call it? Student. Or I'm just calling it tester because at the end of the day, it won't only be student. We'll be testing something else also. Put a main inside it. Just create a student object inside it, please. Percentage is missing somewhere. Oh, thank you. You're right. Percentage n is missing everywhere. Just create a student. We needed a name. We needed an identification number. What else did we need? Third part. We need minus? No. Okay. What was the third one, guys? Program name. 3 parameters. Okay. And let's do a system out println. But of course, before I do it, I call my object also Anju. That way I can remember who's who. Okay, let's save this. And in a minute, percentages n's are absent everywhere. Thank you. Percentage n. Percentage n. Why do we need minus then if it is automatically taking everything automatically? No, something is wrong for sure. Okay, let's go. Percentage n. Okay, now do we have percentages n after where? After every line. After every line. Okay, let's try the tester. Format. What is the format command? There. Okay. Okay. Remove this one. Okay, let's try. Oh, it is. So negative only when we want to make it left justified.
When we have 3-4 columns.
Then we have to make it left justified. Okay, so this is looking neat enough. Right? It is looking neat enough. So by default, text is right justified and it's fine. We could go less than 30 for sure, but that's okay. If you want to shift up to the left, then we need a minus. And if I don't give a minus, it is automatically starting from here and it's fine. That's where I want to start. Okay, so we are good. Oh, you're right. Minus will make more sense when we have more than 2 columns. And we want to start them from a particular position. Okay, thank you. That's fine. Okay, so that's okay. We don't have to worry about it.
When we have numbers also, like 1 to 11, then 11
Shifts, yes. Their negative signs, negative numbers, negative will come more handy. Okay, so let's come back here. Okay, now, so this is giving information, but I have still not given my courses I'm enrolled in. What will I do about them then? So courses enrolled and then the names of the courses one by one. Okay, so we can add this for sure here. Put a percentage n. I'm doing it at the end because I need a loop. I could have done it in the middle also. I'm just trying to be smart in the sense I don't want to do extra work. Okay, percentage n and give a percentage 30s again. And here just say courses enrolled. Just at the end so that I don't have to put the loop in the middle. It can be done. I don't think that's beyond 30. Okay, now, so our string format has finished here. Okay, oh, the return. Oh. I need a loop, so I shouldn't have said return this string format. Okay, we'll put it in a big deal. What's the big deal? We'll put it here. Let's call it info. Here, let's call it info. Oh, that's a string info. Okay, here. Okay, now, so the heading is their courses enrolled. Now I want you to show me the headings, right? So just the heading, and now I want you to show me the course. So let's put a percentage n at the, just because we'll see what we want. Okay, now what do I do here? How do I show the courses that the student is enrolled in? What do I need? The courses are saved in an array list. So I'll have to browse the array list. How do I do that? For each loop is the easiest way to do it. You could use a for loop, but make your life easy. For each loop. Okay, so how many of you know the for each loop? I see one hand, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the for each loop is like a for loop that you work on collections. And it's easy to use because you don't have to say where to start, where to end, and one by one. You know how the for loop works? For loop has 3 parts. It says where do you start, when do you want to end, and in like increment or decrement or whatever. The for each loop by default works on collections on in Java. And this is how you use it. You go for, in Java, do we say for or do we say for each? I think for. Is it for? Okay. In Visual Basic or C#, it's for each for your information. That's why I got confused. Okay, now for what? You want to automatically extract element by element from your array list called courses enrolled. So write it. Write the name of your collection. One step at a time. What is coming out of course enrolled? Strings. What do you want to call that string? Course, for example. This is the for each loop, guys, if you haven't seen it. It is like a for loop with less work. So what are you saying? You are saying you can use a for each loop on collections. So what is the name of your collection? Courses enrolled. It's an array list. It's a collection. What is coming out of this collection? A string. You have to know the type of data that is coming out. What are you putting it in into a local variable called course? What do you want to do with it now? You want to just print it, right? You want to just print it or concatenate it to your info, not print it, sorry. Take your info and to it, add this course, which is a string, and be careful for a minute, right? We just want to be careful as how we are printing it. So one per line, or maybe leave a few blanks. Maybe leave a few blanks. Okay, so let's do a string dot format on the right-hand side also. Just making it pretty, guys, nothing else. How do you want to format it? You want to go percentage, the same size. Was it 30s? Yes. And every new line. Go to every new line. And what do you want to show? The course. Let's see if it works. Okay, so what have I done? Take my info, leave 30 spaces because that's what I've done for all of my headings. You can do that. You can do that. But if there are more, then they can kind of become untidy. So I'm just putting it in one line. You can do it in one line. Put a percentage T instead of percentage N. Put some spaces or put a comma. Yeah. But remember, then the last one will also have a comma. You'll have to put an if for that last one. Okay. I mean, you can do your work whatever way you like. But see that I don't have commas after the last entry then. Be careful about that. So see what this loop has done. It has added to the info another string that you have formatted like this. And now, before you leave, do a return info. Job done. Now, I could have used this for loop somewhere in between. That means show some information before credits show course enrolled and then again added this last message afterwards. I mean, could have been done as you wanted. Have I missed something, Pratinder?
No, you have to like specify the percentage that is, it will be coming under the program name.
This is all 30, right? This is all 30. So I'm just leaving 30 spaces in the beginning and then the courses enrolled will come like this. Should look neat. Let's see how it looks. Let's see it. Let's save this. Let me see what you're saying. Maybe I'm not following you till I see it. Oh.
You have to add
What did I get something?
course.
There's no course.
Which, sorry, come again. That's where I've added it.
Yeah, in your tester.
Oh, there are no courses enrolled. Okay, thank you. Okay, so maybe here, let's add some courses for Anju. Yeah, it is working. It's just that there are no courses enrolled. What was it called? Add course? There it is. Okay, so let's do a course intro to Java, or just let's give numbers. Really doesn't matter. We just want to see that it works. For now, it's returning a Boolean value. I'm not paying attention, guys, right now because my aim is just to see how untidy it looks. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I'm just doing stuff, okay? Oh, I see. So instead of 30, I can shift it more to the right is what it is, right? But that's strange. If this size is 30, guys, this is 30, right? And if I see what you mean. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
You have to use percentage 30, then give an empty string and again percentage.
Yes. I see what I'm doing because I'm giving only one parameter. Okay, so this 30 is for a blank. This 30 is for a blank. Give blanks in 30 spaces, right? And then how much do you need for course? Decide here. I don't know. What are we doing? 20? Oh, percentages will do. We don't even have to think. There. Now it will work. You see what I've done? I've put an empty here, empty blanks, empty 30 blanks for the blank. And then my course name.
Now it will be in next line.
Now it will be next line, but why?
Because you
Oh, because I have a percentage SN there, which is okay. I put it in the next line. I started from the next line. Yes, Sukura.
So I figured out a better way to do it. You can actually, for like, instead of doing the whole row, you can just go string dot join and then like comma and then the array list and then over.
Come again. Come again.
So you can go like string dot like under like in the format you can go courses enrolled and comma string dot join
In this one or in this one?
in like the format. Like you do it right in the format.
No, which string format? This one or this one?
The first one.
The first one. Okay. So you're saying somewhere here, what can I do?
For like if you put like 30s and then percent s, so it's
Uh-huh.
exactly what you're doing for all the rest.
Yeah.
And then you can do string dot join,
Ah.
and then you go quote comma space and then quote. And
But where will I put the for loop, Sakura? I need a.
The join just gets all the items in the array list and adds it with separate
Okay. So that is a method of the
string.
string. But how will it? So it will just. So you just mentioned the name of the array list.
You put it like string.
Okay.
String
We can do
dot
that.
join, and then the parentheses and then
Okay.
separator and then whatever you're joining.
Okay. So there is a join method you are saying, right? So J. MNOPQ.
Is this it's in the
Oh, it's in the string class. I'm in the object class right now. Last time I was in the string. Okay. Yep, that could be much better. Okay. So join method, which automatically picks up something from a MNOPQRST, EFGH.
then you can just add commas. only.
Yeah, but the last comma will come extra then, won't it?
in the join
And
doesn't.
if we-
In the join, it doesn't maybe, but I mean, if you were, okay, so character sequence, delimiter, iterable, something that you can iterate through. Returns a new string composed of copies of the character sequence elements joined together with a copy of the specified delimiter. Okay, so character sequence, comma, and then just the name of the array list because it's a character sequence. Is that what you are saying?
Yeah.
We can give it a try. We can give it a try. Yes.
And you can do it formatting, it will come in next column, in next line. But
Come.
you have to edit your formatting now.
Okay, sorry. So we can do one that I understand what Sakura is saying. Now, what are you saying, Pritinder? Where? In your for loop?
Yes,
So in the for loop, what do you want to do?
just scroll up. I want to see the previous formatting. The code
Okay.
and voltage.
You want to see the previous formatting. There it is.
Last is percentage.
So remove that percentage and
Yes.
then it will come in the same line.
Then you will have to edit the formatting below also.
Let's
Remove
see.
the percentage and
Okay, this is how it is looking right now. Okay, this is after our change. Okay, so what are you trying to do?
remove percentage and
Yeah, so they will move up.
no. You have to edit the below formatting below also.
Blank. Yeah, we'll have to edit that too. I'm fine with this. Leaving a blank line is much better. Right? I can do that. Yes. Okay. But the idea that Sakura is giving is cool, right? It's cool in the sense that we don't have to write this loop at all. So this is working. We could, of course, put it in a line above and do the stuff we have to leave. But what Sakura is saying is kind of interesting. So I leave it here just because, because this is a for each loop and some of you may not have seen it. And Sakura says, go here and add courses enrolled is going to a new line, but don't add the last one. Okay, now what? Right? So now what? Now he says use the join method of the string class and just give the name of, so you're saying use your, okay, tell me if I'm going right. Get,
It'd be just string. It'd be string dot join and then
but here I have to get that method which is returning me the array list.
you have to put that it's string dot join and then you put this
Oh, it goes inside there.
Yeah, courses enrolled in that.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not here where it comes, right? No. Control X. Okay. So it's not here where it comes. I have to go back here. Okay. Now what do I do here? Just use the string join method like out of the blue.
Percentage S on there because you have to add another space for the string.
Okay. So courses enrolled and then percentage S, right? Okay. Now come down here and here use the string dot join method.
Yeah.
Makes more sense, I think. And then do what?
And then
The delimiter comma,
yeah, the
and then the,
delimiter would be like common space or something, and then yeah, that just like that.
oh, why didn't the delimiter come? Maybe this, it in quotes, maybe in single quotes? Delimiter in what? Oh,
Just put like quote, comma, space. Quote or something.
yeah, I'm just looking, quotes or single, double quotes?
Yeah.
So double quotes, a comma and a double quotes, right?
I want to put space there too, though. So it's kind of separate, like comma and then space.
Oh yes, so comma and a space, yeah, like this, yeah. Okay, let's see. That saves me doing a for loop, right? So what I've done is use the string join method in which I got the array list and I kind of said separate them by commas, and I had to provide a percentage s here, right? Percentage s here. Just a percentage s will do? Yes, because it is returning a string. It's returning a string. Okay, should work. Let's try. Let's see how neat it looks without doing that manipulation of commas, okay? Okay, let's try it. Yeah. Come on, where are you? What did I do with my output window? Which one are you? This one, I think. No, not this one. Okay, easier rather than finding my windows. Yep, no comma at the end, which makes sense, right? Less work, definitely less work than manipulating. And so the for each loop, for students who didn't know, it's not a bad idea. You have it, so you know it. But the string.join to show a particular collection, it said, remember how it said character sequence, and you can go and look into that class. Everything that's a collection is a character sequence. I mean, anything that is a string is a character sequence. And I had an array list of strings. Now, I'm not sure if this will work on an array list of some other object. You know what I mean? The character sequence, I think, expects strings. That's what it means. I can look into it and tell you for sure. But that's what I understood from looking at its method signatures very quickly. Like, I just looked at them very quickly. Notice how it says the elements to join together, it says. But notice how here it says character sequence. And a character sequence is a string. So it's basically, it's an interface from which you. So maybe if it's another object of not of type string, maybe this will not work. For us, it is fine. So we can try it whenever it is, but definitely, yes. Thanks, Sakura. That's a better way of doing it. Definitely. So just doing a string dot join here, but my only concern is that this is should be a string, which it is. For us, it is okay. Okay, so much neater. Now, of course, if the list was too long, it will look untidy, but that's okay. You know, I mean, we had a 10, we had a maximum of 10. When I try to put it in different lines, I don't have to worry about delimiters. I don't have to worry about where should the comma come, and just putting it in different lines. So that was what I was trying to do.
If it ends up being too long for the delimiter, you can just put /n instead. You don't want it.
But where? Slash and where?
In the delimiter, and where it says instead of comma, if you put /n, it'll just go on a new line.
Yeah, then it will just go on new lines. Yeah, so that then it will do what I was trying to do.
No, it will shift to the leftmost. But it will just do
Yeah, percentage S will take you to the leftmost. Yeah, you're right. That was quick to do. Yeah, it will shift it to the left. There, it will shift it to the left. Makes sense, right? Then I have to think of something else again. Okay, we'll leave it at this for now, but we can make it as pretty as we want, right? Okay, so there. And now you do the job. I'll give you 10 minutes maximum, right? And if you can do it, maybe I'll put down your name for something bonus, just for the heck of it. Okay, I would like you to create this method for me. I'm going to give you the Java doc comments. You create the method for me. Okay, let's put this down so that you can see more. You can see more. Okay, so now this method returns the login name of the student. And this is how you form the login name, okay? The rule is this. The first 4 characters, I'll give you hints, enough hints, of the name if they exist. If possible. If it is less, just use the whole name. Okay, I'll give you in a minute. Let me complete it. Concatenated with, joined with, I'm just writing it on a different line, just so that you can see it. The first 3 characters of the ID, like you have your login names, like how you have them when you use it in the labs. What was it? ID number, if exists. Or you can say if more than, instead of if exists, let me say if length, it has to be more than 4. Otherwise, use the whole thing, right? Okay, so let's write it this way, and then I'll kind of explain to you what I want. And then at return. Okay, let me see if you can complete it. And I'll put down your names for bonus. Sometimes if you've missed something in an assignment, you say, Anju, can you give it to me? I'll give it to you. You do it, I'll explain what has to be done. What is it? Login name? Get login name, maybe. Call the method this, takes nothing from you and returns a string. Come on. I'll just say return for now so that at least I don't have syntax errors. Okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you to pick up the first 4 characters of the student name, right? And concatenate it with the first 3 characters of the ID as long as they exist. So what are the 4 cases? So let's look at the 4 cases. I'm giving you enough hint and you should be, and you can use the ternary operator. Your life will be much easier. Okay, so there are 4 cases. The name is greater than 4. When I say name, I mean the length. And the ID is greater than 3. Right? All you have to do is pick up the first 4, the first 3 with the substring method. Okay? So both are available. Okay? So pick up the first 4 of the name using the substring and concatenate it with the first 3 of the ID. Right? Second case. The name is greater than 4, but your ID is less than 3. You don't have enough characters in your ID. Who knows what do you have, right? So pick up the first 4 characters of your name, use substring, and pick up the whole ID because you don't have enough. You have less than 3. Fourth case, the name is less than 4. I mean, what about equality? In equality also, it will be the same. You have to pick up everything. Okay, and it is greater than 3. So you have enough of ID but less of name. Pick up the whole name plus the ID of 3. Now, what if they are both less than 4 and less than 3? They're not adequate, right? So let me see if equality is working in any, if will it work. So less than 4 or less than equal to also 4. Okay, pick up the whole name and pick up the whole ID. These are your 4 cases. There is no other case. Do you see the combination? If you have more than 4 here and more than 3 here, pick up the first 4, the first 3. If you have more than 4 here but less than 3 here, pick up the first 4 of name, combine the whole ID. You have less than 4, you cannot pick up 4 if you have less than 4. Pick up the whole name and the first 3 of ID because you have enough in the ID. If both of them are less than or equal to 4 and 3, then you just pick up both of them. These are your 4 cases. There is no other 5th case. Try to use a ternary operator or your if-else statements. I don't want to see if-else. If it is bonus, let me ask for ternary operators. I want you to use ternary operators to do this job. You will need 2 ternary operators, one for the name, one for the ID, concatenate in between, plus in between. So you will have something like this. That something is the ternary operator, plus. So you are working on the ID name here, and you are working on the ID here. And the concatenation is in between. So what do you do on the name and what do you do on the ID? See if you can do it. And again, as I said, I'll just do it for bonus. You can give me your names if you do it. I'll do it after you finish it off. So we are at 2:18. So almost 20. 25 is good enough. If you know it, you can do it in 5 minutes. If you don't know it, then you can't. Then you can bang your head. Try. Ternary operator and the substring function to extract the first 4. Scroll up. Here. There. Do you see everything now? Okay, try the bonus marks. You need an if-else for name. You need an if-else for ID. If-else is a ternary. If-else is a ternary. Concatenate the 2. Use an if-else for this one. Use an if-else for this one. They are if-elses, right? Plus. See if you can do it. And if you can, it's not a big deal. Sometimes it just doesn't come to your head. So don't worry. Done? Okay, you wait. Let everybody finish. At 2:25, I'll give out the solution. And then if it matches yours, let me know. Let me see the string till then. String implements it. Yeah, I think the join will only work with the strings because it's a string method, right? Not with other array lists of other objects, which is okay. That's what we want, at least in this one. Um, Chelsea, do you have dates on your Java files?
Yeah.
And they are older than when it was due?
It should be.
Check. I have to get.
No.
No, it's kind of gone late.
Yeah, I didn't format the dates. Forgot that in the Gemini.
No. Where you have saved it in your folder.
Oh, when it was graded?
Yeah,
Oh, sure.
because you said you
Yeah.
into object-oriented first time. You know what? Work on this. Work. Finish. If you need bonus marks, I'll open it up for 10 minutes and then you can submit it. Okay. Then I'll look at the dates afterwards. Okay. Name and ID is concatenated. Join together. So take the first 4 characters of the name and the first 3 characters of the ID and join them. But there are cases. What if they don't have 4 and 3 characters? So those are the 4 cases, right? So if they are less than 4, use the whole thing. Less than 3, use the whole thing. So it's like if name is greater than 4, pick up the first 4, else pick up the whole name. That's one difference. On the other hand, if ID is greater than 3, pick up the first 3, else pick up the whole ID. Concatenate. It is Friday. No, it's not Friday today. Submit before 3. Okay, submit before 3. Before 3. You have a question? Done? Are you done?
Yeah, are we gonna send?
No, we'll wait for everybody to finish and then I'll give the solution. If it matches mine, just let me know your name and I'll put it. Okay? So do it. Just do it. I'll have to take your word for it. Okay. The length function, the length method gives you the length of a string. Okay. In the first place. Okay, so not a percentage. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I said. It's not existing for time. Yeah, so you don't put anything there. Then
Like if it was a number,
percentage. Because we are keeping the same line, we are printing it and everything. So like I could be put in. I just put it in a bit. So in the other one also you do percentage. I don't know if it's yeah. So all I have to do is. Because I'm going to type it.
just
I
take
don't
interest because
I don't want to do it again. Okay. Where were we? Yeah. That's the first one. Yeah. Why space? Oh, here. Yeah, opposite here. So here and here. Ready, guys? If you're ready, you're ready. If you're not, if you can't do it, then it won't strike you. But as soon as I write it, it will strike you. It will, right? There is an if and there is an if. And can get.
We created in another way.
Sorry?
What we created in another way.
Yeah. I've shown you the ternary operator before also. I have. No, I have.
no, it was in a
Oh, in another class. Okay. Okay, let's try. Okay, so we are done. If you have done it, you've done it. If you've not, then don't give me your name, okay? But if you've done it exactly or maybe whatever, yes, done? Yeah, so match with mine now. Match with mine, but no changes after that, no cheating. Right? So be honest. Okay. So we want to check if. So a ternary operator for if, right? So I want to take, so check. This is your first ternary operator. What is your field name? What was the field name, guys? The name. Okay. Now you can do a get name if you like. Let's do that. It will make my life easy. Okay, let's take two strings. Okay, so get the length of your name. So what was it called? Get student name. There it is. Okay, so get student name. I mean, at least put that if nothing else. Just because I have to use it so many times, okay? Okay, so now this is my student name. And then what was it? ID? Is the local variable also called ID by any chance? No, we called it student ID. Okay, stu ID, I'll call it stu ID. Just not confusing it with the other ones. And you use the get method here. Remember, I've always said we will use get methods everywhere. Okay, so now I have them. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, what do you want to do? If the student name's length is greater than 4, what do you want to do? You want to pick up the first 4 characters. How do you pick up the first 4 characters? Take your stu name, use the substring method. One is with begin index and one is with begin and end. Which one will we need? With the begin and end. Okay, 0, 4. Else, if it is not, then come take the complete student name. Is it making sense? Read it as an if statement. Why doesn't it like stu name? Oh, stu name dot length. Yeah, sorry. There. Okay. Now it makes sense. Okay, so notice my if. If what is to name? I got it so that I didn't have to use get over and over again everywhere. It just made my life easy. If the student name's length is greater than or equal, is greater than 4, is more than 4, just pick up the first 4 characters. Just pick up the first 4 characters, else use the whole name. So what does this return to you? The first 4 characters or the complete name? Yes.
Wouldn't 0 to 4 be 5 characters?
No, no. Check up the 0 says start from where and how many.
Okay.
So the begin index and end index -1 is where till it goes. Okay, it's just the syntax. It's just the syntax. And plus concatenate it with what now? Same thing. Get your student ID. Get the student ID, right? And if its length is greater than 3, go ahead and use only the first 3. Same thing, use the substring. 0, 3 in this case, else use the whole student ID. And that, and we are now, what doesn't it like? Doesn't like something for sure. Let's see, what doesn't it like? So student name length, finish. Oh, yeah, that's the extra one here. That's what it doesn't like. There it is. Concatenate it. Okay, how many of you got it right? Let's see. So that's just an if else, right? Sakura, anybody else got it right? Okay, so let's do this just so that I know. And you can come to me for bonus marks somewhere if you lose marks, okay? Sometime you can ask for it, for a favor. Pritinder, Neerav, who else? I know your name. Give me a minute. I'm trying to learn it during the break time. Xinghua, right?
I didn't make it one line, that's just separate it for an
If and else, I said ternary operators. Yeah. Otherwise, you could have if else in 4 cases, right? But did you have, like, you didn't use ternary operators at all? No? Did you use ternary operator? Let's see what you did. But that's okay. But what did you do? Oh, the if else's. No. Ternary operator. I know if else's one is much easier. Anybody else? Ratan? Do you have exactly what I have?
No, not exactly.
So what is different? Did you use ternary operators or if else's?
If-else's and
No if else's. Ternary operator. I said ternary operators and concatenation.
we also use if-else.
Hmm?
Because you have not taught this in this class. It was in Thursday's class.
But ternary operators, then tell me you don't know ternary operator, guys. If I said use ternary and you don't know, let me know so that then I can explain. Okay, so let's leave it then. Let's leave it then. Sakura, ternary operators? Okay. Anybody else ternary who knew it? Okay, so it's bonus. It's not getting it extra. Don't worry. You're not losing anything. The rest are not losing. Anybody else ternary operators? Have you used what I did? Exactly?
I have implemented different ternary.
Okay, we can look at it afterwards then. But if you don't know ternary operators, tell me, guys. Okay, let me tell you what a ternary operator is then. Was it the other section that I talked about, Pritinder, then?
You told us the other class.
I did. I remember explaining ternary operators in class. Chelsea is saying I did explain it in class.
Yeah, right.
Okay, 2. Okay, so I did explain it. So I'm not asking for anything extra. Okay, so Sakura is the only one who used ternary operators. And I'll look at yours afterwards, okay? So that I don't waste.
Creating ID or it's about using.
You can have if else's if you want, but that was not my aim. With if else's, it is simple.
We thought that's your. So we-
I said use ternary operators. And I wrote your return. I said return this plus this. Okay? Okay, so that's it. It's not a big deal, guys. It's not a big deal at all.
So we can get one.
Okay. Bonus, and you're asking for bonus on bonus.
Yeah, because I created and I stored that.
Okay, so that's your get login name. Try printing it out. Print it with your let's just get it. You can always add it to your toString method, right? You can always add it to your toString method or go to your tester and let's do it. Just for the heck of it, to know that it works. So my name is exactly 4. Oh, 4 and 4. So I should be okay. We'll try to make changes and see. Just to show you that it works.
First one is more than
Yeah, the ID is more than 4. Get login name. Okay, let's try. So it should be Anju 1, 2, 3, right? Anju 1, 2, 3 is what I should get. Right now, if I, was it that? Yeah, I think yeah, okay. Now, if you try to do something less goal, oh, I have more than enough. Oh, I have more than enough. Okay, let's go. There's a student in my class, the other class who's called Tai. His name is Tai, like Tai, T-Y, Tai. He uses the full name, right? Nice name, right? Try to go less than 12 here. Works. All four, I mean, it's a simple if-else statement. It will work. Right? So this is the login name. Just I'll keep it here just because. There. Oops. There. Okay, so that completes the student class. Let's start creating the lab class. Okay? So this was just to show you that things are working. And again, I'll add this get in login name to the string format. It's not a big deal at all. Okay, please go ahead and try to now create. We'll talk about it and then we can start it. If it doesn't finish, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Create a new class. Call it lab class maybe. Or class, oops. I'll just call it lab class. Like, I know it's still confusing. Whether am I calling it lab class or lab class? It's still as confusing as the word class. Or what would you like to call it? What else? Theory? But again, we'll have to say theory class. Oh, class is class. Okay, let it be then. Lab class. Okay, so now we'll talk about the class in which you want to, like these courses, right? What I mean is, where is this going to head? Let's see. I'll get my, I don't even remember whether I did this or not, but I'm going to get my instance variables and ask for yours, and then we'll combine them and take whatever is good. Okay, not good. I mean, whatever is convenient. Okay, let's start. When you think of a class, like a class that you're attending right now, what comes in your mind in terms of instance variables?
Course code?
Course code. What else?
How many hours?
How many? No, this is about the class, right? How many hours? Okay, duration of the class. Professor's name. Again, so professor could have been a different class altogether, and we could have drawn information here. So name of the professor, duration of the class, class code, number of capacity, number of students. Students will enroll in the class, so capacity. Sorry, textbook. Something more important.
Course name.
Not that important. Time and day, right? Time and day, Monday at 12. Okay. So course name could be added, but again, remember, if we can keep the course information at one place, then we don't have to repeat it anywhere and we can use IDs, right? So that idea of creating entities or tables in relational database, kind of think the same way when you're thinking about classes in Java. I can keep course information in a class. I can keep student information in a class. I can keep instructor information in a class, and I'll have lab class with its information. And whatever gets related, we will relate it, but with the minimum relationship and without repeating information. Okay. Okay. So kind of good ideas. Everything was good. We can do with some and we can kind of let go of some. Okay. Okay. So let's start. So let's take our instance variables. Whatever we can do. Remember, our time is always short. Okay. So we'll start with myself, instructor name. So here, let's put a note for here. Okay. Again, there are so many ways you can think about it, and we'll talk about it. Yes. Sorry?
Last document.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this class defines a class. Oh my God, see? A lab class. Oh, well, can't do much about it. The word class is going to come everywhere. June 6th. Okay, let's go slow. I don't want, I know I cannot finish it, but Okay. Where is the class being held? Important, right? Otherwise, how will you go? So I'm thinking as I'm thinking, and again, if I've missed something important, we'll add it. You were talking about capacity. The number of students, again, you cannot go beyond a certain limit. Okay, so that's the capacity. Or maybe, no, it's different. But yeah, maybe I can make it a constant, right? Yeah, capacity would better off be a constant.
Some classrooms be able to fit more people though, or?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If I make it a constant, then it cannot change in any of my objects, but we work differently. Some classrooms are 50, some are 40, some are 30. Yeah, so we'll leave it a variable.
But we will have to declare constant for every class.
Exactly. No, so no, remember, yeah, but that doesn't make sense. No, when I was thinking constant, I was thinking the same capacity in every course, but that's not what it is, right? It's not. It's not. No, we'll leave it as a variable. Okay, what else? Now, I'll tell you what I kind of worked on it for a time and I kind of didn't get anything. Maybe you will have some ideas. The java.time package has been introduced in Java 8, right? And it has many interesting and useful classes like year that we used the other day. There is something called day month, which was also interesting that I kind of worked, but I couldn't, there is a time class also, but I couldn't find a combination of time and day. Like I was trying to see if I could say 3 p.m. or 12 p.m. Monday. You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to combine date and day, the day, like Monday or Tuesday. So I tried to kind of go that route, and I kind of investigated the java.time, which was interesting. At least if you see something new, it's always you learn something. And there are interesting classes. Somehow I couldn't do a combination.
Date format.
Yeah, but remember that date format is then a complete day. But what will I do with the day? Those days are not dates. Those are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The enumerated type. There is a day type also that works. There is also an enumerated month type. You can go January, February, March. They've made life easy. But I couldn't find this combination of something like 12 p.m. Monday. That's the combination I wanted to make. You know what I'm trying to say? For example, your Java class is 12 p.m. on a Monday. And I couldn't figure out. Like I tried quite a few things, but it didn't. So if something comes to your mind, we can. Rutul, do you see something?
Is it local date time?
But that's only the time. I want a combination. There is a time, local time, but that's a separate one variable. So I could do this. I could have a variable time, but what about day then?
Apparently there's a data type called day of week.
Day of the week. So then create two different variables?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, that could be it. I didn't find a combination. Yeah, so I could have a time, which is your local time, and I could have a day of the week, which is an enumerated data type. Interesting, they've done enumerated data type for months and days and have two different variables. Yeah, that I could do. I was looking for a combination. There were some interesting combinations. Yeah, you could go that route. So what I stuck with was string. But you see with other things, there are more advantages. Automatically a time, it will automatically check that you don't go beyond less or more. With enumerated data type, day of the week, you can't go anything but Monday to Sunday. So it does some checking on its own and it's cool. So do you think I can try that? I didn't think about that. I was looking for combinations. Okay, so let's try that. So the time class is called time. Is it time, Rutul?
Yeah,
or local time? Or is it local time? What is it saying?
Local date time.
The name of the class. Time. The name of the class, what is it? So we'll import the package.
Local date time dot.
Local date. Yeah, local date time.
Local date. The whole thing you mean?
Yes.
Oh my God. You mean like this, local?
Yeah, local date time.
Date?
Yeah, and time.
Oh, okay. So the name is that long. Okay, so import java.time, right? Yeah, that's the name of the package.
I think it's java.time, yeah.
And of course the dot something. And of course the dot something. Yeah. So that's an interesting package actually. Okay. So if I do this and keep it as time, right? And then I take a different variable and what is it called? Month?
Day of week.
Day of week. Oh, sorry. Yeah, not month. Sorry. That's the name of the class?
Yeah.
It's going red.
Probably you don't have the even or just.
I'm sure I know what you're saying. I think I've seen it, but
I think it's just because you haven't like finished that line.
Oh, you think that's the reason? Could be. You never know. Okay, so what do we call it? Day of week. Day? What else we can say, right? Okay, good. Yeah, that was the, okay. So here, so yeah, imagine, I'm looking for combinations. I could always go like this. The advantages of using classes that are predefined, they do error checking also. And I think it's throwing an exception. What are they throwing? There's an exception that they're throwing if you try to go outside the limit. I forget the exception, but there was an exception being thrown. So I could do this. Like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. But I couldn't get a combination because it's odd. It's an odd combination in the sense that it's not used like generally, in the sense that it's not a useful combination. So that could be it. Okay, we'll try that. Okay, so that was it. And now the students in my class. So I'm kind of leaving out course name, course code, though I think course code could be good, right? That would be an important part of a class, right? Okay, so let's go now. Now tell me, the students of my class, what do I do? I now need to save the students in a lab class or a class has students. What do I need? Again, a collection. Because any number of students, of course, cannot go beyond capacity. We'll set the capacity every class we create. But what do I need again? A collection. We've already said an array list will work. An array because it's not dynamic in nature. An array list of what kind? What is the type of elements inside the array list? Chelsea says student. Makes sense? Not strings. Student objects. I have students enrolled in my class. There is already a student class that has defined everything about the student. I need to just include student objects. And that's exactly when I was saying, when I was talking about the courses enrolled for the student. I said, maybe if we had a class called course, we could create an array list of courses. And that would have been better, but I kind of left it easier there and we'll kind of go more better definition. This is what you want. You want an array list of students. And we can call it whatever you like, students maybe. And as soon as you have that array list going, please remember to import. Actually, that array will come here and you can say import. You don't have to type it yourself. Bring your cursor on your red squiggly line and it will give you the fixes. The first fix will be imported. And click on it and it will import it. I think the idea one, the imports it on its own. It doesn't even give red squiggly. As soon as you start using a class, it imports it on its own. Here you have that red squiggly, so do it. Okay, there. And we had more ideas. And I said they were all good. Like, I'm not saying no to anything. They were all good ideas. I kind of left with this one, but I think it will make sense. What do you say? It will make sense to at least have the course that I'm teaching, right? Makes sense. Otherwise, even that is absent. Okay, so where should I put it? Somewhere maybe after the instructor name. Not that it matters. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so remember we had a course there, which was a string. So I'm going to make it a string here. Again, I would have gone better if I had a course class. I could have declared a course object here. So you can improve your definitions to nth level. And that's what is required. Okay, but okay, so what did we call it there? We can call it here also. I think we called it course there. Not that it matters. It really doesn't matter. It's just that, oh, those were courses enrolled. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't matter. That was a list. But here, definitely course here. Okay, so, okay, complete guys. Complete the course being taught. Room number. The room number allotted. So complete. Allotted to the class, to the lab class. Okay, capacity. The maximum number. And this will vary. Therefore, we are not making it a constant. The maximum number of students allowed in the lab class. The lab class just makes. Okay, what else? Time. Yeah, now this will have to be a little more. We'll have to look up things, but I think we are fine. Some of them had constructors. Some of them you had to use a method to create them. The time of the class, the starting. Oh, yeah, we could go duration also. This is just the starting time of the class. That's what I had in mind. You could then have an end time also, right? Or you could have a duration also. You can have an end time because that's important too. So maybe you can say start time and end time. Does that make sense? Just because the more you create, the more work we'll have to do, guys. But that's what it is. Okay. Let's call it end time. Some methods will be easy. It doesn't look like a good word, the end time. Okay, day of the week. Now, I'm kind of thinking my way. I'm thinking one lab class only happens once a week. So we've used day of week. But if it is more than one day, then we'll have to use maybe an array list or an array of 2 or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Again, I'm assuming that because that's how it works for me. That's what I've assumed. Okay, so now once you have it, kind of move it to once, whatever kind of works. I think this will work. Again, just for neatness and for completeness. Oops. Okay, we'll have to stop. I see somebody packing their bags. I heard it. Which is okay. I know you're tired. It's not easy. And some of you have a third class also, right? Okay, there it is. So we'll talk about this when we come back next. I'll put this on Blackboard for you and also what we finished in the other course, in the other class. Okay, so where are we? Blackboard. Okay, let me get this going first.